disappear also. Let's deal with some modern myths. I love to do modern myths because when I did this on UNCG in the biology class, they invited me to come about 6 years ago to Biology 101 in UNCG and do 2 lectures. I said, gee, that's a real exciting opportunity. And when I finished the second lecture, they took us out to lunch, the 2 of us that were there, Bob Kelly and I, and they said, we're never going to invite you back. And I said, why not? They said, because you didn't play fair. I said, what do you mean I didn't play fair? You cited all the evidence against evolution, and that's not fair. I said, wait a minute, what do you mean that's not fair? They said, it's not fair, and you can't come back, ha ha. They didn't say it that way, obviously, but that was the intent, that you couldn't come back because you cited things that weren't fair. Well, here's some modern myths, and let me deal with these. Modern science consists of all these things. It consists of lies, myths, knowledge, and truth. The lie is evolution. If you were in the workshop today, you know that because I had that shirt on. But let's look at some others. Human population growth. There's too many people in the world, right? How many people think that too many people in the world? Not many. That's interesting. Let's deal with that. If we took the whole world population and stood them in one place, how much space would they occupy? The city limits of Jacksonville, Florida are sufficient. We can stand everybody together in one place in Jacksonville, Florida. Well, then the problem must be natural resources. We can't produce enough food to feed those people because people do starve to death in India. That's true. If you go to Calcutta today, you will see people starving to death in the streets. Why does that happen? It has nothing to do with resources. It has to do with spiritual darkness. In this country, we pay our farmers not to produce. Not to produce more, not to produce. We say, don't grow any more wheat, please, we'll pay you to stop. In India, why do they starve? Spiritual darkness. The animals that are holy eat the food, and the people die. India produces enough resources to feed its whole population and export another third. But they choose not to. Why do they choose not to? Because the holy animals get the food. And then finally the lie, which is biological evolution, the idea that we evolved from previous creatures.